you can go in there and set the sensitivity.
To our patrons, all promoters.
Some speakers will say SPL. Finally finished that distro box. You have a little jump box. If you look on your speaker, every member of the community, Mina is to be missed. Mina like it kinda.
Yeah, yeah, action sound. Yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa. Desire to get to higher life, it's an open road. Desire to get to higher, don't limit it, yeah, go about. Desire to get to higher life, it's an open road. Life is a subject, not an object, ain't full control.
Welcome people, welcome back to the channel. If for the first time you have come to this channel, please, down in the description here, just hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can get a notification whenever I put up a new video. Don't forget to share the video as well, and leave a comment, drop me a comment in the comment section so I can, just get the feedback, whether it be good, negative or positive, it doesn't matter to me. A couple of things I want to go over before I start this video. Let me start it this way. So, got some bad news earlier in the week, that one of my favorite patron passed away. Yeah, and is a very lively person, a person where me really and truly enjoy, their presence. She and her crew, I said crew, but these are some big women, you understand? Them are a little girl, some big woman, them see. But she and her friends, them, started following me years ago when I met them at the club, and them follow me from the club to dance hall, and they were very loyal anywhere I go, they're there, and they're always supportive, always encouraging and uplifting, Them even go as far as get them own shirt printed with action name on it, I believe one of them have a shirt that say, "I need some action tonight," and I was like, whoa, And for this individual, a very humble, quiet, laid-back kind of person, and especially when she don't know you, she's more reserved, but she's very outspoken when need to be, And it kind of touched me away because, me and her around the same age, she's not much older than me. She's a little bit older than me. And, it's like, she passed away, at such a young age. It's kind of disturbing to me still seeing. I mention it now because these ladies are more than just patrons to me, And there's a lot of patrons that are like family to me, and she's one, And shout out to our friends and to, Kim, Jackie, Diana, all I want to shout out to all of them, But Mina is to be missed. Mina, like, it kind of, something where, it's kind of tough for me to talk about this because me's a person who really open up to people like that, I have to really close to you for open up to you. And this YouTube thing, I kind of try to open up a page in my life, Be more transparent, so to speak. Everybody know me as the quiet, reserved type, you see me? But me have my moments, and me have that side to me, I really show it to the public like that. I mean, he's a private person. But with this YouTube channel, it's causing me to open up more, and you understand? All right, this is a loss too. This is a loss. This is a loss. This is a family member to me, And it kind of touched me hard, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, it touched me hard. I'm gonna share with you guys a couple of interactions with me and Mina. There was this one incident where it's like, she's at the club and them come to the club and them always enjoy themselves, my interaction always a juggle and perform and do a thing, and them love with that. But whenever we have guests, we kind of take a back seat and make the guests them shine. And one day she come to me and she say, "Wally, why when time you play by yourself, you mash up the place? But when you invite a guest, it's like them come and mash up the place and you're not going out with much." She say, "Oh, man, you have to step up the thing, man." And I said to her, I say, really and truly still, it kind of look a way for you invite somebody at your place, only if you style them. And she said, "Oh, I never look at it that way." I say, "Yeah, man." And she said, "But them style you." I say, "Yeah, them try to style me, but when they do, whoever style me, we just don't invite them back." And who work with the program, them come here more than once. And she look like me, she said, "Okay. Now I understand, And another thing we can't forget about her as well is one day me there dance. She come to me and she say, "Yo, you're gonna make that happen?" I say, what are you talking about? You know? She say, they destroying the sound. I see you work hard on building that sound and they messing it up. I mean, look on her, good, lean back and look on her. And she say, yeah, I watch you build that. I watched that building from the scratch. It's a lot of work you put into it. I feel like it's my sound. And I feel like they're violating my sound. I'm like, whoa, you know, make me smile. You understand? Because that was the whole purpose of really opening up and making the video, the building of the song, the second song. You know, it was pleasing to me to know that the patrons, they felt like it was theirs, my song this, you know what I mean? And they were very protective of it, and she was one of them person that was very protective of it, you know? She come and dance and she enjoy herself, and she come to a party, she enjoy herself. But you see, the moment you start to play, it's like, it thing turn up for her, you know, especially when you hit her with the right music. Them. And she's the kind of person, if you're not hit her with the right music, she'll come to you and say, what you just do a while ago? What you just do a while ago? What was that? It's a sad moment still on. While I'm talking to you guys, I have clips running of her, footage of her and, you know, the crew. And it's a sad moment, you know. It bothers me, you understand? Because like I said, I consider these ladies to be family, you know. And hurt me that, you know, lose one. So I want to come off of this, but I really want to get this out. And you know, the next hurtful part of it is when we get the call, I'm going to try to find out when it's a funeral and so forth. Just so happened that I'm out of the country that week. I'm going to say, Jaja. Nonetheless, Mr. Chin will be there to, you know, represent the team. And sorry, so I can't do it myself in person. But people kind of bother me still, listening. So we kind of want to get that out of the way. So that's one thing. Seeing, I don't even know if this will make the video because I don't know if I want to share this side of me. You understand? I don't know if I'm ready to share that side of me yet. See? So I'm going to go off of that. I'm going to check up on get on a different spirit now.
The following is brought to you by Mighty Action Incorporated.
Hey, this is The Flame, aka Lady Flame, saying much love and respect goes out to Mighty Action Sound. Eternal Father, bless action. Guide Wally with thy mighty hand. Keep to be free from evil powers, beaching light through countless hours. To our patrons, all promoters, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth, be ours forever. Mighty Action Sound, we love. Mighty Action, Mighty Action, Mighty Action Sound, we love.
If you guys want to support the channel in any way, shape or form, one way you can do is by liking and sharing the video. Another form is, you go down in the description here, there's a join button. You can join the community, join the Mighty Action community. I will be putting little bits and pieces in there. I haven't put anything in there as yet. I'm still, you know, working up to that, but I'll be putting bits and pieces in there, so as added benefit, you know. One of the added benefits is you will be receiving a t-shirt. This one is the Each One Teach One shirt. Every member of the community, or every new member of the community, I'm gonna give a t-shirt. I have one a couple on back order right now. And you have your choice between the DSA t-shirt or the Each One Teach One t-shirts, okay? I'm gonna follow me, show you what that looks like real quick. So, this is what it looks like. As a speaker box on there, it says sound culture, Each One Teach One, and underneath it says the DMV Sound System Association. right? You could also go over to the DSA's page, you know, go ahead and subscribe over there by the DSA channel as well. I haven't put any content over there of late, but there's contents over there, and then there will be a lot more content going over there. All our events will be posted there. All our live broadcasts will be done over there. I'll be going live here, but it won't be off any of the DSA events. All the DSA events will be live on their page. So you can go over there and subscribe as well. You know, help that channel out to grow as well, because it just help the organization to develop. I want to say shout out to a couple of people, you know, big up to a couple of people who has reached out to me. Again, the love and the appreciation is coming through more and more every day. My phone ring every day. There's a couple calls I have to return to. I've been missing some calls, you know, doing some long hours. You know, people I work from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. sometimes. You understand? So my days are long and are short days. Okay, so I tend to be very busy. All right. So if you call and you don't get me, don't worry, I'm gonna call you back. Finally finished that distro box. Shipped it off to the person who ordered it, and you know, they sent me like a few clips of their work, the things that they're doing to it. So I just did the box. I didn't do the whole entire distro. I just did the case, the chassis, and sent it to them. All right. But finally got that project out, and I'm getting ready. Like I say, I'm getting ready to travel, and probably won't see me back in here for a minute. You know what I mean? But don't go away. I will leave a video. All right. So let me jump to the topic at hand now. We did basic setting up a sound from scratch, and I've been going through a lot of things. I went through power, I went through speakers, amplifiers, matching that. I went through wiring your racks, having a plan. We're talking about planning and make sure you have something on paper. I plan all my equipments and so forth, right? So the last episode I did, speakers to amplifiers, we talked about wattage, we talked about ohms. Well, today I want to make a quick video, and this video is about sensitivity. Now, I wanted not to touch this topic until later because, again, everyone of these is controversial, and you know, everybody know what them know, and you understand, some people will hard pan what them will lamp on, and you understand. I'm not stay like that. I want to learn. So if I'm wrong, I want to know say I'm wrong. You know what I mean? So, and some of you guys are not afraid to tell me when I'm wrong. So, you know, I appreciate that. Before we dive into the other processing equipments in the rack and then finish off to the next level, let me touch on sensitivity for a little bit. Okay, so both your speaker and your amplifier refer to sensitivity, and for different reasons. See, let's start with the speaker. If you look on your speaker specs, you will find that it has a sensitivity rating, usually measured in decibels. Some specs will say SPL, sound pressure level. That's the meaning for SPL. Some specs will say SPL. Some specs will say sensitivity, but either way, it's measured in dBs, decibels. And usually you'll see dB, a certain number dB, like 90 dB at 1 watt. At 1 watt at 1 meter, 1 M. So you see 1 W at 1 M. In other words, for every 1 watt of power, you get this much dB at this much distance. And that is very key when you're buying a speaker. All right, I know I promised you guys I'm done with the board, but it's easier for me to draw these out on the board so you can see it. So let me do that real quick. Hey, and I find my eraser for the board. We're talking about SPL. Not ohms, not watts. We're talking about SPL. So when you're buying a speaker, these are the 3 things I focus on. So these are 3 main things I look at: the ohms, the wattage, and the SPL. These are the 3 first things I look at. Now, SPL stands for sound pressure level. Sound pressure level. And this is measured in decibels, dB. So you'll see something on your speaker specs saying, either it says SPL, some speakers will say SPL. Most common one you'll see is sensitivity. So the most common one you'll see is sensitivity. When you see sensitivity directly across from it, you'll see a number. Let's say the number is 90, then you'll see D and B. You'll see 90 dB. You'll also see, maybe in a bracket, you'll see 1 W/1 M. which means 1 watt for every meter. Every meter, 1 watts. 90 dB, so that speaker's volume level is 90 dB for every 1 watt at a 1 meter distance. If you could go and look it up to see how they actually measure this. I mean, I don't want to get too technical, but basically it's just a microphone 1 meter away from a speaker or whatever. You can look all that up. Right now, that's not important. But you'll see this on your speaker spec sheet. This number, one of the numbers that I focus on. Usually, and just so you can understand why, let's say these lines represent every 10 decibels. So 70, 80, 90, 100 decibels. Usually you'll find home theater systems for your house. You'll find stuff for your cars. Lower than this, maybe headphones, maybe your cell phone. It'll be lower than that. The decibels, the SPL will be lower. But for cars, home, usually professional speakers are gonna be within this area. Usually, I would say most professional speakers are gonna be somewhere between 87 and 115. Most professional speakers are gonna be somewhere between here, 87 and 115. So when you're buying your speaker, pay attention to this number, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second. Let me get this off the board. Remember, let's say you get a speaker, the SPL is 90 dB, and that's at 1 watts at 1 meter away, right? So let's say that's what it is. So we're working with 90 dB, and basically what it is, and this is why they call it sensitivity. What it is the higher the sensitivity is the easier that speaker reacts. It doesn't take much power to get a reaction out of that speaker, if you understand what I mean. The higher the sensitivity. The more sensitive the speaker is the easier it's gonna be to drive, the louder it's gonna be. So I don't remember the exact calculations. I think I don't remember the exact calculation. I don't want to give you guys bad information, so I'm not going to go down that road. But just think of this number right here as not necessarily volume, but just easier. Those speakers are generally going to be louder than the average. If you look at the top brand speakers, they're going to be somewhere, SPL is going to be somewhere of 96 to like 105. They're going to be somewhere in that range. Now this speaker is gonna play a lot easier than that one. It's gonna be a lot louder than that one. So you'll be able to achieve a higher volume. Yeah, so this is why I pay attention to the SPL. Just remember, this is very important. The SPL is very important. Try to be in this range right here. If you can be in this range right here, then you're gonna find that you can achieve a higher volume a lot easier. You know what I mean? If your speaker is like, let's say 88. If it's 88 dB, that amplifier is gonna have to put up more wattage to get this speaker to cover the distance this one will, or to achieve the volume that this one will, if that makes sense for you. So the lower the dB is the harder your amplifier gonna have to work. The more power you'd have to put to it to achieve that, you know what I mean? So you wanna pay attention to the SPL that's on the speaker. So that's the speaker SPL, or the speaker sensitivity. Very simple, isn't it? Very quick too, right? So there's other equipments out there that has sensitivity to it too, has a sensitivity gain. I don't know if you guys ever look at the back of your controller. There is a little small knob on there that when you turn it, it also gives you more volume. That's your sensitivity knob, right? Your amplifiers, they have jumpers. Some have jumpers, some like the one with the DSP, you go in there and you could actually change some settings in the DSP. You can go in there and set the sensitivity in the amplifier as well. So the higher the sensitivity is the louder the equipment is gonna be, okay? Whether it be a mixer, whether it be a speaker, whether it be an amplifier, the higher the sensitivity, the higher you set the sensitivity, the louder it's gonna be, which is not necessarily good all the time. And I'm gonna explain, because we're talking about amplifier and I wanna reshare that equipment in a minute. We're gonna talk about that when we reach the server. Right now we're talking about the amplifier. So let's say you have a QSC amplifier. You have your power over here, and then you have your inlets, and then over here you have your twist lock outlets, and then somewhere in between beside your twist locks, you have a little jump box with like sets of pins inside of them. And it also has a number rating on there. It could be anywhere from 26 to 46. Right? Could be anywhere in between here. I want you to think of this number as like you would a volume knob. Let's say 32 is your unity gain. I'm gonna turn this over in the voltage, and guys, the people and will know this, like me saying, the numbers are not right on. It's just the whole idea of how it works I'm trying to demonstrate here, okay? So let's translate these into voltage, because that's basically what I work here, so voltage. Something like 1.0 volt. And then up here, so it'd be like 1.5 volts, some shit like that. I said these numbers are not accurate, all right? The maximum, let me change this to 2.5. So the higher you go into dB is the higher you're going to go into voltage. You understand that? The higher you're going into your dBs is the higher voltage you're putting into that input of that amplifier. Every time you change it, remember I said in my last video that the volume control on your amplifier actually does not control the output of the amplifier. It only controls the input. Some people say, oh, if you control the input, then you will control the output. But the output really and truly, just call it freelancing here. It's unpredictable. Just call it freelancing, because we're going out, it don't necessarily mean you can regulate what come out. The only thing under manners, or the only thing we're under control, is the input signal going into that amplifier. You understand? So when you start go high up, let's say the maximum you can go on your amplifier sensitivity is 41. That's the maximum you can go. At 41, you're putting 2.5 volts to that input signal. What is that going to do? Well, the moment you start to drive that amplifier, you're gonna find that you're gonna clip a lot faster. You're also gonna find that the unit runs hot a lot faster. Another thing you're gonna find is that you're gonna start to create a distorted signal coming into that amplifier. And what the amplifier is going to do now is amplify that distorted signal. So I'm saying, so I believe Corey asked me, Corey, big up yourself. I believe Corey asked me about the ad mark, about the sensitivity setting, and I told him to start off at 32. 32 is the minimum on that amplifier. And if he feel like he wanted to go up to 35, then go up to 35. Corey, if I was in your position, I wouldn't pass 35. I wouldn't go no higher than 35. But if you want to go to 38, it's up to you. You go to 38. See what I'm saying? No, all this does, yes, it's going to give you more volume, but what it really does is make your input knobs more sensitive. That's all it does, make your input knob more sensitive. So they're going to react. You're going to get a different reaction out of them. I don't know if you expressed that part there. See? But it's all tied into your inputs, a signal coming in. These LED indicators on the front of the amplifiers, those are the signal coming in. The knob that turn on the amplifiers, that is the volume control for the signal coming in, not going out. So yeah, so on your speakers, on the amplifier, there is a sensitivity gain, or sensitivity rating that you need to pay attention to as well. See, you want to be close to unity gain as possible, and I'm going to explain that in my other video. So if you are interested to see what I'm gonna do next, in the next couple of days, the next video is gonna jump. All right, so I had to dive into that just a little bit. Just wanted to express a little bit about the sensitivity on your speaker and the sensitivity on your amplifier. Now, my next video, I'm literally going to talk about your processing equipment, and then I'm going to break down the processing equipment one by one. My next video, processing equipment, that's coming up next. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Please do remember to share, hit like, and don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you think. All right, much love and respect.
Yeah, yeah, action sound. Yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa. Desire to get higher. Life, it's an open road. Desire to get higher. Don't limit it, yeah, desire to get higher. Life, it's an open road. Life, it's a subject, not an object. Full control.